So guys, your question is how actually the firewall works, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
How firewall works? The answer is firewall is just like a monitoring device. Just like a monitoring device. I'm just giving you an example. For example, this is your company network and this is the LAN network. Or inside the LAN network, we are using the private network or private IP, right? And for example, in your company, there are three different clients. Facebook is there, LinkedIn is there, YouTube is there. So definitely guys, if there are three different clients, so I already told you different client have different network, right? Or different subnet we are assigning in the real-time company, right? Na? So for
Yes, sir.
example, in my company, we are using 192.168.1.0 or something, this type of network, for example, we are using. So what I will do, I will assign 192.168.1.0/24. I assign Facebook to this network. For example, LinkedIn, to LinkedIn, I assign 2.0/24, this network. And to YouTube, I assign this network. Any doubt? So there are three different clients, and all the three different clients I assign the different network. Now, next one is, tell me, every clients have different requirement. Yes or no? Yes,
Yes,
every
sir.
clients have different requirement. For example, Facebook. Facebook is using the different tools. Client LinkedIn will use the different tools, and YouTube will use the different tools. Yes or no? Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
sir.
So for example, this is Facebook, and Facebook is using some tools. For example, Facebook is telling I need zoom.com. I'm just giving you example so you understand. Facebook is telling I want zoom.com. Facebook is telling I want uber.com. Facebook is telling I want zomato.com. Now next one is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is telling I want google.translate.com. LinkedIn is telling I want webex.com. LinkedIn is telling I want, for example, instagram.com. So LinkedIn is telling that these are my requirement. These are the tool, that tool is my requirement. And same way, YouTube is telling I want whatsapp.com, chatgpt.com, and ai.open.com. So these are the three tools YouTube is telling I want these three tools. Now, as a network administrator, what you will do? See, for example, this is the LAN network. Definitely there will be a access switch. Which switch, guys? Access switch. And that access switch will be connected with
D.
DL. Today I am going to discuss about the architect of the company. Okay. So this is the access switch. This is the DR. After the DR, generally we use the what? Palo Alto, or you can say the firewall.
Yeah.
Fine, everyone. So here I configure the firewall. And after that we configure, there are multiple scenarios. We are not going to discuss these things, but try to understand here. For example, this is called complete LAN network. Yes or no? Yes. And after the
Yes.
Palo Alto, for example, here is our P device. What is P? We will discuss later. Okay. And for example, this is my outside network. Fine. So this is LAN and this is WAN. Fine. And here is our firewall that is called Palo Alto. Done? Everyone, tell me. Is this clear to all
Yes,
of
sir.
you?
Yes. Yes.
Just allow a minute. Okay, cool. So what I told you guys, this is our LAN network and this is our WAN network and this is the firewall. So if you see the diagram and if you see the topology, what you are understanding? You are understanding this is the device and this device works like a mediator. Yes or no? Yes? I'm
Yes.
thinking this. Maybe you guys are thinking different, but yes, I'm thinking this device works like a mediator. Mediator means this is the device that will check all the traffic which is going from my LAN to WAN or WAN to LAN. Getting my point? Understand these things? Now,
Yes, sir.
generally on firewall, we configure multiple things. We are not going to discuss these things in a detailed way, but on firewall, we are discussing even the routing, even the static route, VLAN, multiple things. Okay. So we will discuss these things later, or if you are the part of our real-time classes, there we will discuss these things. But right now, just understand the basic thing. On PA, what we will do, we configure the policy. What we are doing, guys, we configure the or we create the policy. Fine. For example, I create the policy. For example, the company name is TCS. So I create the policy TCS hyphen web browsing Facebook. This is the name. This is nothing. This is the name. So when you read this line, basically, generally, whatever the policy you are creating, you need to write the name of that policy. Fine. And the name of policy should be like, for example, if any engineer will visit on your firewall or log into the firewall, they can easily understand, yes, this is the policy and this policy belongs to this project. Getting my point, everyone? For
Yes, sir.
example, I am new. I join any company and I log into the firewall. How I understand this policy belongs to which project? Getting my point? I read the name, and when I read the name, I can easily understand, yes, this is TCS. It means this is for my company. Web browsing. So web browsing means this is related to the internet. For example, if anyone is going to search anything over the web, that policy belongs to this one, right? Yes or no? Yes. And here is Facebook. So I can easily understand this policy belongs to which client? Facebook.
Yes.
Here I will configure, like, for example, I whitelist or I allow some URL, that is Zoom, Uber, and what is anything, for
Tomato.
example, XYZ Zomato. So I allow these three URL here in this policy. Second, I will create the different policy by the name of which one? What is the name, guys? LinkedIn, right? I will create the different policy by the help of LinkedIn and I will allow these three URL. Fine. Third, I will create one more policy and I will allow these things. Apart from this, there are multiple policy on firewall already by default configured. Fine. For example, some multiple porn websites are blocked. These are the by default policies on firewall already configured. Getting my point? For example, many entertainment sites are blocked, but multiple policies. Fine. And please remember one more thing. On firewall, whatever the policy you are configuring, policies are listed in the sequential order. What is, guys? Sequential.
Sequence order.
For example, you create this policy. Fine. So this policy is listed on sequence number 1. Policy number 2. For example, you create the LinkedIn policy. So it will sequence number 2. It will sequence number 3 like this. Getting my point, everyone? So whenever any traffic will reach on the firewall, what firewall will do? Firewall start matching the policy from top to bottom. This is the interview question. Please remember, firewall always match the policy from top to bottom.
Bottom.
Getting my point? Why I am telling this one? See, what is the interview question here? Interview question is, for example, there is a policy number 480. On 480, you are telling, for example, translate.google.com should be blocked. And for example, you create policy number 481 and here you are telling translate.google.com should be allowed. Now tell me one thing. What happened? Whenever any traffic will come, firewall will check which policy first, 480 or 481. 480, and according to the 480 policy, what is this? Google.translate.com is blocked, na? Yes or no? Yes. So your traffic will drop according to this policy. Your firewall is not going to check 481 policy because I already told you policy always match from top to bottom. Getting my point? If firewall find something conclusive on 480 number, then firewall is not going to check 481. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
Yes. Why I am telling this one? I am giving you one scenario. For example, on policy number 480, what I did, I create one policy, complete TCS Google Translate block. It means according to this policy, what I am understanding? I am understanding according to the 480 policy, I blocked the google.translate.com for whole company. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Right. Everyone, yes or no? Yes?
Yeah.
Now, for example, in my company, one new client came, that is LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is telling me, hey, in your company, Google Translate is completely blocked. But this is my requirement. What you will do? As a network administrator, you have to process it. You can't tell, in my company, this is blocked, so I can't enable or I can't whitelist for you. No. For us, client is everything. Yes or no? Yes. For every
Yes.
company, client is everything. So we need to check his requirement. Now, for example, Kapil log in onto the firewall, and what Kapil do? Kapil create one policy. Kapil manager told him, hey, Kapil, do one thing. Just create one policy for the LinkedIn, and in this policy, just allow the google.translate.com. What Kapil did? Kapil created policy number 481, and here in this policy, Kapil allowed google.translate.com. Fine. Any doubt? Everyone. Now,
No.
for example, now here peoples are sitting in the LinkedIn LAN or LinkedIn network. Packet came to the firewall. What firewall will do? Firewall start checking the policy from top to bottom. So when firewall start checking from top to bottom, firewall found on 480, I already blocked this URL for complete TCS. Yes or no? Yes. So firewall is now not going to check policy number 481 that Kapil's created. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Now Kapil is getting, and users are starting telling to Kapil, hey, you told me you already allowed, but I am not able to access this URL yet. What you did? Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And this is going blocked because of this policy. That policy is created over the Kapil policy. Yes or no? Yes. So what Kapil need to do? Kapil need to create the policy just before the 480. Yes or no? Yes.
479.5.
For example, yes, Kapil can create 479. And in this policy, for example, I already told you different client have different subnet. Yes or no? Yes. For
Yes,
example, in your company, you are using 192.168.0.0 something like this slash 16. This is the complete network of your company. And here to Facebook, you assign this network, LinkedIn, you assign this one, and YouTube, you assign this one. So when you create the policy number 479, what you will do? You will configure, I am going to allow google.translate.com for which network? Only 192.168.2.0/24 subnet. Yes or no? Yes.
yes,
So when you create the policy, you have to mention the source address as a 192.168.2.0 because you are creating this policy only for LinkedIn. Yes or no? Yes. And for example, if anyone write the source address like 192.168.0.0/16, it means according to this policy, you are telling to the firewall, ki, hey, just allow this URL for this network, and inside this network, every network is under this network. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah,
sir.
So we can't write like this. This is the policy breach. So as a network admin, you have to be careful. You have to mention the source address only and only LinkedIn subnet. Fine. So for example, here you write the 192.168.2.0/24. And this is the policy number 479. And here you allow the translate.com. And according to the 480, here what you mention? 192.168.0.0/16, and that is block. Yes or no? Agree?
Yes,
Everyone
sir.
agree? Now tell me one thing. For example, packet came from the Facebook. Fine. What is the subnet? 192.168.1.0, right? Packet came onto the firewall. Firewall check. What is the network, guys? 192.168.1.0. Firewall start checking the policy. Firewall found at 479. At 479, this URL is allowed. But firewall check. This policy is for which source address? That is for 192.168.2.0, not for 1.0. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
It means this policy do not match. Now, firewall check next policy, that is 480. And according to the 480, what you are blocking? You are blocking complete network. Yes or no? Yes. It means this packet is going to drop here. But when LinkedIn will send the packet with this one, packet reach here, and when firewall will match the policy, firewall found policy number 479 match the criteria because in 479 source address is 192.168.2.0 and I am receiving the request from this subnet. So firewall will check this policy, and according to this policy, what you did? You already allow this URL. So Palo Alto will forward this packet towards the P or next towards the WAN network. Getting my point, everyone? Understand? Anyone?
yes,
Yes, yes.
I am just telling you guys what is the real time scenario. Basically, in the real time engineer or real time, actually, this is the same way I am working. And when you will join any company, you have to work like this. Fine,
And how to
everyone.
delete any policy?
Sorry.
How to delete any policy? Means
How to,
480 is I
yes,
want to delete.
you can delete the policy as well. You do not need to do anything. You just when you open the dashboard of the Palo Alto, you will get on upper side there is a policy section. You just go to the policy section, there is a search box. Okay, you need to search the policy. For example, you created the policy TCS web browsing or LinkedIn. You write here this policy name. You will get the policy name, policy here. Just select it, and in the tab section, in the last tab, here you will see the which one, delete option. Just click on delete, it will delete. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? So, for example, if you delete the 479, what will happen? This 480 will become now 479. Getting my point? Understand, everyone?
Okay.
Think like if I delete the 479, this will be empty. No, this one, next one, 480 will become now 47. Is this clear to all of you, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So your question was how actually the Palo Alto or how actually the firewall works. So I hope now you understand actually in the real time company how actually the firewall works. Clear, everyone? Tell me, guys.
Sir, actually one doubt, sir.
One by one. Yes, Manjunath, please.
సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్లీ వెబ్ అని యాక్చువల్లీ సిఎస్ అని యాక్చువల్లీ బిఆర్ అని రాశారు దట్ టైం రాశారు కదా ఇఫ్ ఇట్
I'm
ఈస్
not
అలోస్
getting
దట్
what are
వన్
you telling first.
సార్ వాట్ బుక్ లింక్డ్ ఇన్ సంథింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ వోల్ట్ దట్ ఈస్ రైటింగ్ దట్ వన్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అలౌడ్ ఫర్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ దట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ప్యాకెట్స్ ఓన్లీ అలౌడా యాక్చువల్లీ నెట్వర్క్
That type of, see, actually, guys, bro, these are my client. Okay, and all the three clients have different requirement, and I
Yes,
gave the scenario. For example, googletranslate.com is blocked for the complete company. Fine, but LinkedIn is telling no, I need this URL. So if anyone need this URL and by default any URL is completely blocked for any company, it means you need to create the separate policy for it. Yes or no?
Okay. Yes, sir. I know that. I know. Understand. Sir, that
Now,
VLAN also only black, actually.
VLAN, see, actually traffic we are blocking on the basis of on firewall, not on the basis of VLAN.
Okay.
VLAN, you are, I know what are you trying to say? You are trying to say yes, if we have a VLAN, can we take help from the VLAN? Yes, we
Yes.
can. For example, for every client you are providing the different subnet, right na? So
Yes, sir.
when
Subnet
you
one.
create the policy, you have to mention the source address of LinkedIn account.
Okay.
Getting my point?
Whenever you have to go to destination address, WAN address, you have to put it.
Destination address, see, in case of destination address, what you can do, you can write any or you can specify anything. There is no problem.
Okay.
Fine. But always on
Yes.
source, you have to write the LinkedIn. Otherwise, this policy will implement for everyone.
Okay.
Fine. Now, next, whose question? Who is asking something?
Sir, this
Yes.
is more similar to access list in router.
Sorry.
The
This is
this is more like to access list in router.
access. Yes, you can say, but on access list, generally we have a very limited thing you can even block. Fine. But here on firewall, we can block multiple things on the basis of multiple criteria. Yes, access list is same. On the basis of access list, you can block something. But here on Palo Alto or on firewall, you will get the different criteria or different options, even the complete advanced thing. Fine. Understand, guys? Everyone. Tell me, guys. Clear? Tell me, guys. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Everything
sir.
clear.
Now guys, we are going to discuss about the architecture of company. Fine, everyone. What we are going to discuss, guys? Architecture of the company. Architecture means I'm not going to discuss about the how the building is this and how the tower is this. No, I am going to discuss, guys, network architecture. Okay, everyone. Is this clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
if I ask you, how do you understand about network architecture? If I'm telling you network architecture, what do you understand about the network architecture? Network architecture, according to me, what I am thinking, network architecture means just a clear view of your network. Yes or no? Are you guys agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I am telling you network, for example, if I am telling you this is the switch, here is the router, here is the again router, here is the firewall, here is the router. So what you are understanding like this? So if I am drawing like this, you are understanding na yes, this is that something topology. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me guys. Yes na.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
network architecture means just clear view of your network. Fine. Or how can you say? You can say that is nothing. That is the logical presentation. Where that is logical presentation. And here in logical presentation, you will present the clear network of your company, including the router, switches, firewall, wireless, multiple things. Yes or no? Everyone agree? So that
Yes.
is the meaning of network architecture. Now, next one is how many types of network architecture. So generally, guys, there are different types of network architecture. Generally, there are different types of network architecture. I'm just telling you the famous one that is called three-tier architecture. What is, guys? Three-tier architecture. Fine. So if I'm talking you about the three-tier architecture, it means there is a three-tier, or it means there will be a three-part. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
In three-tier architecture, definitely, guys, there will be a three different layers. So first layer is called access layer. AL means access layer. Second one is DL. DL means distribution layer.
Yeah.
Fine. And CL means, guys, core
Cool.
layer. So in three-tier architecture, layers, or you can say architecture is divided into three layers. First one is access layer, distribution layer, and core layer. Fine. Access layer is called, guys, bottom layer. What is, guys? Which layer, guys? Bottom
What?
layer. Generally on access layer, you guys will get generally here computers and printers, or you can say end devices are connected here on access layer. Fine. Now on distribution layer, that is called the middle layer. Which layer, guys? That is called middle layer. And here all the access switch are finally connected at DL layer. Or you can say DL layer handle all the traffic related to the access layer. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Yes. And finally, we have a core layer, and that is the top layer. That is the top layer. And what exactly core layer do? Core layer forward your all the company traffic from LAN to WAN. Understand everyone? Yes or no? Yes, no? Clear? So in 3-tier architecture, total how many layers, guys? Total 3 layers we have. Access layer, distribution layer, and which layer? Core layer. Clear? Anyone who do not understand, please let me know. Clear? Now, I'm drawing you one topology. Please see very carefully. For example, fine. For example, here we have a multiple PCs. These are the PCs, guys. Okay. Now, for example, this is what? This is access switch. Fine. Understand, guys, everyone? Yes or no? Yes? Now, now, for example, this is called DR1, DR2. So this one is connected with the trunk like this, like this. Fine. After that, we have router, and that router is connected like this, like this. So what is this? This is called PE1 and PE2. PE1 and PE2. And here is something, for example, ISP or internet or something like this. Getting my point, everyone? Do you guys understand something? Tell me yes or no. See here, what is happening? This is called which layer, guys? This is called access layer. This is called which layer? Distribution layer. And this is called core layer. This is called core layer. Agree, everyone? Yes or no? Tell me.
Sir, core
Clear?
layer means core switch or actually?
You are asking core layer. Everyone, please focus here. For example, here is any PC. PC1, PC2. And here is, for example, switches, access switches. For example, this is the floor. On this floor, there are 2 access switches. Or you can say there are 2 different stack. Fine. So, how the connection will be, guys? PC will be connected with access switch with the help of which cable, guys? LAN cable. Agree? Everyone. Right? PC2 is also connected with the access switch with the help of which cable, guys? LAN cable. Done? Everyone. Understand? Now, after that, we have this, and this is called which layer, guys? This is called completely access layer. Yes, na everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Now, next one is we have DR number 1 and DR number 2. DR number 1 and DR number 2. How DR1 and DR2 is connected? How connection is happening? This access layer switch is one line go connect to DR1 and one link connect to DR2. Why? Because if one link goes down, you have the another link.
Redundancy.
Yes,
Redundancy.
redundancy. Same here for the access switch number 2. One link is connected here and one link is connected like this. Fine, everyone? Yes or no? Agree? Now, so it means now you have a complete redundancy. If one link goes down, you have a different link. Yes or no? Are you tell me, guys? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Now, between 2DR, between 2DR is also connected like this. Because whatever the configuration you configure on DR number 1, same configuration you have to configure on DR number 2. And you can say DR1 or DR2. DR2 is the replicate of DR number 1. Yes, brother. What is your question?
Why to use BDR? Because
Sorry.
you
DR?
use 2DR. Why to use BDR? Because you write 2DR. So when to use BDR?
You are asking BDR.
Yes, sir.
Brother, BDR is different. BDR is different. We are
Okay.
not discussing the BDR. Okay? BDR is
Okay.
different. I think you are thinking about the OSPF. No, we are. See, generally we have a 2DR. For example, you configure here 2-link. Why you are using 2-link here? For the redundancy purpose,
Redundancy.
right? Okay. But for
Yes,
example, if
Guru.
your DR number 1 goes down, no matter you are using the 2-link, if your primary DR goes down, you do not have any other option. You do not have DR number 2, for example. How can you send the traffic? Is this possible? No, this is not possible. For example, if you use only DR number 1 and if that DR goes down, you do not have redundancy. Agree, everyone? Yes or no? Right? So that's
Yes.
the reason in the real time scenario, we are using 2 devices at the distribution layer. How many devices, guys? 2
Two
devices
devices.
at distribution layer. Fine, because of the redundancy. So the connection should like this. And even between the DR, we are using the 2-link. And here generally we are creating the port channel, ether channel. We will discuss these things later. But connection will be like this. What if, for
That is
example, if you
transport.
want to configure anything, that will configure on DR number 2. Now, after that, guys, after that, generally we have a PE1, PE2, and connection is like this. This one like this one like this. Again, this one is like this one is like this. And this P is again connected like this. Now, again you have question, ki, sir, here you configure the P, right? Everyone, tell me guys, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Here I configure the P. Anyone have any idea what is the use of PE? Anyone? Okay,
Routing,
before P,
routing this one.
okay, leave it, brother. Before P, I have very simple question. What do you mean by DR? Who can tell me? Full form of DR means, guys, distribution router. Okay,
Distribution router.
distribution router. Now, what is the use of DR? No, basically, distribution DR aggregate all the traffic from access layer switch. Getting my point, everyone? Again, I am telling this DR aggregate all the traffic from which layer? Access layer switch. Or you can say all the traffic of access layer switch will go towards the DR. Clear? Everyone. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone tell me. Clear na? Everyone. The first point. Second point you can understand. Basically this DR works as a intermediate device or intermediate between 2 layer, access layer and core layer. Yes or no? Agree? Everyone. Right? Tell me guys, yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes, sir.
This DR is working like a mediator between access layer and core layer. Fine. Even that time someone asked me, sir, access list, by the help of access list we can configure the thing. Yes, we can restrict multiple things. Now I am asking on the basis of same question, I am asking the cross questioning, guys. Tell me, on which device generally you configure the access list? Answer is
Router.
DR.
Yeah.
On DR. Don't think, guys, this is the DR. Here you can use, generally we are using the L3 device or L3 switch. Okay, everyone. So, if anyone asks you at which layer generally we configure the access list in the real time, you can say we are using the access list at which layer, guys? Distribution layer or on DR. Clear? 2 point. Clear na? How many points I told you about the DR? 2 point na? Yes or no?
Yes,
Why
sir.
you guys are so silent? I don't know. First point I told you, DR aggregate or DR collect all the traffic from access layer. Yes, first point.
Yes.
Second point I told you, this DR works like a intermediate or intermediator between the access layer and the core layer. 2 point I told you. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Third point I am telling, on DR, generally we perform the routing also. Tell me, agree? Yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
On
Yes.
DR, generally we perform the routing. Why I am telling this one? For example, if you want to send some traffic towards the P and if you want to send some traffic towards the ISP. Getting my point? There are two different scenarios. I will tell you. There are two different scenarios. Maybe you want to send some traffic towards the PE and if you want to send some traffic towards the ISP. Fine. But how router will choose the thing? How router will decide which traffic I want to send towards the PE and which traffic I want to share towards the ISP? On the basis of routing which you configured here. Yes or no? Everyone. Right na? Without
Yes, sir.
routing, how DR will decide na? This is not possible. Getting my point, everyone? So that's the reason you need to configure the routing also. Fine. So I told you total how many points about the DR, guys? Total 3 points I told you. Right? Everyone. Is this clear to all of you? Now, come to the next one, that is PE. That PE is directly connected with DR. Yes or no? Are tell me. Right na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. First point about the PE. PE is just like a device that connect your company network, company network with service provider. Where, guys? Service provider. Getting my point, everyone? Are tell me yes or no? Agree.
Yes.
See here. I'm going you little bit deep, guys.
And sir, the firewall placed where?
Leave the firewall. Don't mix the firewall here. Okay. Now, just a minute. Okay, cool. Now, this is the P. Fine. For example, this is the TCS and location is, for example, Gurgaon. Understand? Yes or no? Agree? Tell me, guys. Agree na? So all these devices, DR, PE, access, these end user, everything is situated, installed at which location? Gurgaon location. Done? Everyone agree? Now,
Yes.
to understand PE, I'm just giving you one scenario. Tell me one thing. For TCS, Gurgaon is only a site. Yes or no? Agree na? Everyone. Gurgaon is only a site for TCS, right? Na? Definitely for TCS, definitely there will be a data center. Yes or no? Every company have a data center, guys. Yes or no? Agree? Tell me. Agree, na? Okay.
Yes.
For example, TCS has data center. One center is New York and one data center is, for example, Canada. How many data center, guys? There are two data center. Fine. So that is site number 1 and that is the site number 2. Agree? Everyone? Yes or no? Are you tell me?
Yes,
Right
sir.
now? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, what TCS want? TCS wants every site traffic, no matter that belongs to Gurgaon, Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, any traffic, finally reach at our data center like New York and Canada. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So what you will do? Generally, guys, by the help of PE, see here, by the help of PE, we are sending all the traffic towards our main data center, towards our main data center. And maximum case, in 95% case, what you will see, here we are using the MPLS. What we are using, guys? We are using the MPLS to send the traffic. And that P is also connected like here like this. That is the, you can understand like this. This is the WAN circuit. And here we are using which one? Which protocol? MPLS. And here in data center, there will be a different device. For example, here again, here is more P number 1, P number 2. And that P is again connected with this one. Again, this P is connected with DR1, DR2, again DR1, DR2. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Understand?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
tell me?
Yes.
Clear, na? But what TCS want here? TCS want every traffic, either that site is Gurgaon site, either that site is Noida site, either Bangalore, Chennai, any site. Final traffic should be on where? Data center. Getting my point? Everyone. So again, I am telling what is the use of P router here? P means what? What is the full form of PE? Provider is. What is, guys? Provider
Provider.
is.
Edge.
So again, I am telling P router connect the company network to an external service provider. Getting my point? And normally or in maximum cases, it use the MPLS environment. Getting my point, everyone? Understand? And
Sir,
you see na, there is, please wait, brother. You see na, there is one more device here at this data center. Yes or no? This is the main device na? Yes or no? At
Yes,
both
sir.
data center. And that is called CE. What is? CE.
Mhm.
CE means customer edge device. So what, how can you understand? You can understand my P device will connect to customer edge device. Right now, this device, this P is connected with the customer edge device. Yes or no? By the help of WAN circuit. This is the WAN circuit. And here we are using the protocol that is MPLS. Getting my point? And one more thing about the P. The P router generally handle the traffic from company's internal network. Again, I am telling P router generally handle the traffic from the company. But which type of traffic? Internal network. Getting my point? And all the network or all the traffic will go towards the service providers. Fine. And very, very important point. In maximum places, you will see by the help of PE. Again, I am telling, by the help of PE, we are sending the private network of the company. We are not in, rarely in any company you see there you use the public network. No, we are rarely send the public network by the help of P. For example, here there is a LAN network. Yes or no? LAN users are sitting. And for example, this is the LinkedIn user. So which network I provided them, guys? 192.168.2.0/24. Remember na, everyone? Yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
For LinkedIn account, I assigned this subnet. And that is public or private?
Private.
Private. That is the private. So for example, if this person is searching anything, this person is searching anything, and if this person is trying to reach private network, and for example, if this person ping any network that is private, what will happen? Packet reach here. What P will do? P will send this traffic towards the here, towards the main data center. Getting my point, everyone? Why P send this one? Why, first of all, why DR send this traffic towards the P? Not generally on P we are not doing anything, because I already told you PE is in maximum company you will see PE device is managed by the service provider, not by the company. Getting my point, everyone? By the service provider. So generally we have a very less access on these devices. So as a network admin, you have responsibility to send the traffic or to make the reachability between the DR and P. That's all. But what my understanding is generally we are using here MPLS, and here we are using the routing protocol. Either we are using the OSPF or either we are using the BGP. Getting my point, everyone? And here on DR we configure the thing, and DR will forward the traffic to PE. Now my question is, this PC, on this PC, for example, you write 10.0.0.1, or you are searching anything that is the private. Guys, 10.0.0.1, that is private or public? That is the private network. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And PC number 1 is also in the private. It means communication is happening here private too. Private? Yes or no? Yes. So final traffic comes to the DR. DR forward this traffic to the PE, and PE forward this traffic towards the data center. Agree, everyone? Yes or no? Yes. Now my question is, for example, on this device you write facebook.com. So just tell me, facebook.com is private network or public network? That is the public. Yes or no? Tell me, guys. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Packet come on
Yes, sir.
access forward to the DR. What DR will do? Is DR will forward this traffic towards the PE? Answer is no. Because I told you generally in 99% case we are using the PE device for the private communication, not public. Are tell me, guys, yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you can ask, sir, why? Why we are using this one for the private communication only? I can tell you one thing. Brother, for example, if this person is sending searching facebook.com, packet came here to the DR forward this traffic to the P, and what P is doing? P is forwarding this traffic to the New York, and this P is currently situated in India. So it means you are sending this traffic from India to New York. Definitely you guys will face the latency, yes or no? Agree?
Yes.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me, guys, yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes, sir.
Generally we face the latency. So why we need to send the traffic to the New York? That is not the logic. Getting my point, everyone? But my point is, if you search here facebook.com, packet came here. Now, I think one guy is asking me, sir, about the ACL. Yes or no? Everyone, I think someone asked me about the ACL, right? Yes. See here, what is the use of ACL now? Brother, we configure the ACL here and we configure the ACL. Basically, we configured here, guys, route map. This is the advanced version of ACL. And in route map, generally we define, for example, class A private, class B private, class C IP private network. And we will configure the ACL and we configure the rule here. And I will tell to this router, hey brother, whenever you will receive any traffic from class A, class B, class C, private network, you have to forward this traffic towards the P. You have to forward this traffic towards the PE. Fine. And for rest traffic, because this PC is searching the facebook.com, that is not private. Now, for the rest traffic, please remember one thing. At every site, there will be a local ISP also, guys. There will be a local ISP also. For example, we are in India, and I hope maximum guys know what is Jio, what is Airtel, what is Tata. These are the ISP. Yes or no? Right? Everyone. Agree?
Yes.
So, for example, if our TCS is using one ISP Tata, because you know Tata is also an ISP, right? So TCS is using one ISP is Tata and one ISP, for example, is using the Jio. Now again you will ask, sir, Tata is itself has a ISP, then why he is using that Jio? Guys, generally in maximum company, we are using at least two ISP for the redundancy purpose. Right now, for example, if anyhow if TCS goes, Tata will goes down, you have another ISP like Jio. Right now, agree, everyone. So we have two ISP device here, and fine. So and these two ISP device is again connected with this DR like this. So on DR, you already configure the policy, right? So for all the private network, DR will forward the traffic towards the PE. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Yes. Now on DR, I will configure one default route like 0.0.0.0 towards the local ISP from towards the here. It means whenever any traffic will come to the DR will check what? DR will check what? Who can tell me the answer? This is the interview question. For example, if I create the route map on the DR, what I create, guys? Route map. And if I create the default route, whenever any packet will reach on the DR will check route map or default route. Which one? Please remember one thing. This is the rule. And I don't think anyone even knows these things. This is very advanced thing. The thing is, whenever any packet comes to the router always prefer the route map than routing table. Fine. So when this traffic will reach on the DR check, the destination IP is private or public? Public, because you are searching here facebook.com. Right now, everyone, yes or no? Then DR check its route map or DR will check the ACL. So according to the ACL, what you told this router about the private IP address to forward it towards the P, not about the public. So it means according to the ACL, nothing will match. If in ACL nothing will match, then router will check what? Tell me what? Routing table. So according to the routing table, you already forwarded all the traffic towards the local ISP. Your traffic will go towards the ISP and ISP will forward towards the Facebook server, and that is the way the communication will happen. I hope everyone understand actually in the real time how traffic is going. Yes, Nabil, please.
Sir,
You are late.
1 minute. Sir, 1 minute. router or CE router, which time using? CE router is purpose seems. What is what is the difference between both PE and CE router? CE router is giving to this side and PE router is coming to that side. What happens?
Brother, first of all, just clear you one thing. Here, this is the PE, and we are
Yes.
just a minute. Now I hope it's clear to all of you. So here, this is PE we are managing, and CE is managed by the service provider. And between the PE and CE, we are using the MPLS protocol. Fine, for sending the packet. But yes, this is not the routing protocol. For we need to use any routing protocol. For example, either you can use the BGP or either you can use the OSPF for reachability. Fine. And I am just giving you only 2-3 routers, but in real time scenario, you will get the more than 100 routers are there, because in the real time, there will be a multiple sites, and all sites should be reached with each other. Yes or no? Yes. And here we are using the BGP. So if you are using BGP, what P will do? P will share all the routes which P learn from other sites. Share these routes with DR. So that's the reason. For example, you are on this PC, and for example, if there is another site, for example, in Morocco, and if you want to ping from here to here, you can easily ping. Why? Because Morocco, the same situation, same diagram will be on Morocco also. Yes or no? Yes? Tell me, guys. Yes, na? Guys? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So finally, all the traffic, all the routes will be on this device also, right? And here we are using BGP. So this device share all the routes towards the DR also. DR has all the routes. So that's the reason if you ping, packet came here, DR has routes, DR forward this packet towards the P and P forward here. So that's the reason you are able to ping here. You are in the Gurgaon location, you can ping any location, any sites, because of this type of scenario, this type of situation.
Sir,
I hope now it's clear. Yes, please.
sir, when DR is also giving OSPF and BGP also inserted in L3 switches or
See, this is
router?
the L3 switches. This is the L3
Yes.
switches, and between the DR and this P, you need one routing protocol. If you do not have a routing protocol, then how DR will get all the routes about these internal network? Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
reason here we are using what? BGP generally.
Yes.
Fine. Yes,
Yes,
Nabil.
sir.
Now you can do.
Sorry, I'm wait now. I was having troubleshooting. So, sir, what about NAT? Why we are not using NAT?
NAT. Brother, we are using NAT. Who is telling we are not using a NAT? We are using NAT, DNS, DHCP, everything. And that is configured here on DR.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything else, guys? Tell me. Okay. Guys, here is one term, that is cloud architecture. So cloud architecture means what you guys are thinking about the cloud architecture. For example, I want to open any company, and my budget is very less. Do I need to invest my crores of rupees to purchase multiple networking device? Answer is no. I'm not going to purchase multiple networking device because of my budget. What I will do? I will use the cloud computing. Cloud computing means, for example, I will choose any vendor. For example, I choose the Amazon. I will take the devices on rent. Means everything of my company will be directly connected with Amazon device, because basically cloud computing means, guys, all the routers, firewall, everything is already installed over the cloud, and you have to just pay as a rent. Getting my point? That is the meaning of cloud architecture. Understand everyone? Clear na? Cloud
Sir,
architecture.
on-premises architecture?
Sorry?
On-premises architecture, sir?
On premises means that is present in your company physically. That is called
Okay.
on premises. For example, if in your company there is a data center, for example, in your company there is a switch, router, firewall, which is physically there. So that is
Yes,
called
sir.
on premises. And cloud means that is present over the cloud. You are just accessing these things by internet. That's all. Fine. So that you have an option, either you can use the on premises or either you can use the cloud. On premises means you have to purchase all the devices and you have to invest lots of amount to manage these things. Right now, for example, if you have a hub room where switches or networking devices are there, definitely you need to maintain the 0 degree temperature there. Yes or no? Yes. So
Yes.
you need to invest lots of money to purchase the AC, to maintain to electric bill or many things. Yes or no? Yes, na. So this is your choice. Either you can go with the on premises or either you can go with the cloud architecture. Nowadays, for example, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. So what is this? These are the cloud services provider company. Getting my point? Understand? For example, if you want to store something, for example, by default, Google is providing you, Google Drive is providing you how many space? Around, I think, 15 or 20 GB like this. Yes, na,
15
everyone,
GB.
right? And for example, you need 100 GB. So what you will do? You will need to purchase na more space from Google. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, na. So what Google is providing you? Google is just providing you the services. And for this, you are just paying the rent. Yes or no? Yes, na. So just tell me, if Google is providing you 100 GB space, it means there definitely there will be any server there, their capacity is high. Yes or no? Yes, na. So
Yes. Yes,
you
sir.
are just paying monthly rent. For example, they are telling 500 rupees. So you have to pay 500 rupees for the services that they are providing you. Getting my point? So that is the meaning of cloud architecture. I hope it's clear to all of you. Clear, everyone? And Soho, I already told you. Soho means, guys, a small office, home office architecture. And that is the simple and small architecture. For example, if you are in the home, guys,
Yeah.
please,
Okay.
if you are in the home, you have one router, and with this router, all your mobile phone, printers, all the devices are connected. So that is called home architecture. For example, if I am talking about the small offices, for example, if in your offices the bandwidth of your company is only 20-30 employees, so company is not going to invest lots of amount there in purchase networking device. So your requirement is very small. So generally what you will do, you will purchase one switch, one AP, one small firewall, one router. That's all. With the help of switch, you will connect all the PC. With the help of switch, you will connect one access point, and through this access point, you will connect all your wireless device, and your switch will finally connect with the firewall connect with the router, and on router, you provide the routing, and router forward all the traffic towards the internet. That's all. That is the basic thing. So that is called SOHO. Clear, everyone? Understand? Clear? Tell me,
Yep.
guys, yes or no?
Yes,
So
sir.
guys,
Yes, sir.
in today's class, what we discuss complete network architecture. Fine. How network architecture in our real-time scenario or real-time company. Fine, everyone. I hope you guys understand very well. Clear?